Hi, welcome back. In this video, I'm sharing how I practice mindfulness, and I hope it will help you in practicing mindfulness in your everyday life and it'll benefit you in some way. My name is Abha, and I blog about my life and experiences as a woman in her 50s, as an immigrant, as a parent who raised her children in a new country as an immigrant, and my love for traveling and reading. So when I travel, I vlog about that as well. And life in general as a woman, as an Indian woman in her 50s. So come join me in this video and let me know if any of this helps you. So getting into mindfulness, as we all know, mindfulness is really beneficial in our overall well-being. I have prepared some notes as well, so I will look at them every now and then. So what is mindfulness? Long time ago I did a course and in which they also taught mindfulness. I had heard about mindfulness until then, so this must have been about four years ago, 4 or 5. So I had heard about mindfulness, but I had never ever practiced or didn't know how to actually do it. So this course that I took, that was part of mental well-being course, the instructor, the tutor, gave us a few raisins and asked us to just feel how they feel and then put it in the mouth and just keep it in the mouth and just feel the texture, the taste, then chew it and then see what happens, and then swallowing process. So that was just to see how a raisin feels, to totally focus on the raisin. And that kind of gave me a little bit of guidance on what mindfulness is. So, mindfulness is to be present in that moment and to process that moment. So, if you are eating, enjoy what you're eating, focus on eating. Don't kind of watch TV and eat. So you're not. So if you're watching TV, just watch TV. If you're eating, just eat. Enjoy the taste. See how what the taste is, other than the fact that it shows respect to the person who has cooked the meal, but it is also about focusing on that moment. That helps the mind to not get distracted about thinking about future or about past. So as a mom of younger kids, it was not even possible, I think, at that point to do that, because when you're folding, you're washing, you have to look after the kids as well. You have to you'll probably have the TV going as well. You're watching the children or you're helping them with their homework, depending on what age they are. So it is a little bit not possible to completely focus on one thing unless you have a very understanding partner who gives you that time. But mindfulness is practically every moment. It's not just time out for yourself, that, that you take 1 hour out and then you focus on yourself. Mindfulness is every single second being mindful of what we are doing, be present in that moment. So it would have been probably not possible for me at that time, but now I can process that, and I have less responsibilities. So I'm not running around like a headless chicken trying to focus on 10 things at a time. So obviously, no time for mindfulness. I think I'm making an excuse. I don't know. Anyway, coming back to mindfulness, as there has been a lot of research done that mindfulness is really beneficial to all of us. This kind of let me read the definition of what the mindfulness is. So, as per this, what is mindfulness? Mindfulness is the practice of purposely focusing your attention on the present moment and accepting it without judgment. And this accepting is also part of what I shared on another video, just the one before this, that was about resilience. So if you look at the video, just the one before this video, I had shared how I practice or build resilience in my everyday life, and acceptance is a part of that as well. And interesting that in this definition, mindfulness also says that it is accepting without judgment. So, mindfulness is being mindful of the moment you are in, the present moment, so that you are not really thinking about next moment. That helps in reducing anxiety. Anxiety is more about worrying about the future, about next moment, about tomorrow, day after, 1 year after, 10 years after. So it kind of brings you to the present moment, and then it stops you from going back in past and think about regrets or maybe happy moments as well that you are missing now. Like at my age, you also think about so many happy moments, and now that when the kids have grown up, you don't get that back, and so on. So how let's just first see how the science say mindfulness helps. So how does it work? So some experts believe that mindfulness works in part by helping people to accept their experiences, including painful emotions, rather than react to them with aversion and avoidance. So I guess they don't exactly know how it helps, but this is how is the basics of it. That it helps you, I take it as it helps you stay in the present moment, so you're not distracted by future worries or past incidences or past whatever happened in the life. Now, coming to how I practice. First, has mindfulness helped me? Yes, definitely. And I try to practice it as much as I can. I forget, and then I have to remind myself again. And in general, I'm much better at practicing mindfulness. Again, because I have some time to focus on myself, because I'm not constantly running after little kids. So, how do I practice in my daily life? I let me start with what my hobby was. It still is. I love photography. So when my children were little, um, and we used to have those video camera recorders at that time. We didn't have video cameras in the phone to record that. So I would record all the birthday parties that we would attend, and even my friends, their kids were little as well, and I would attend their birthday parties, and everyone will hand their cameras to me to take the videos, which was an honor to do that. That they trusted me with making these home videos for them. But I found that I was always behind the camera, capturing the moments, but not actually living those moments. So at that time, I was busy capturing for future. When my kids will grow up, I can sit and watch those videos to relive those moments. But then now I feel that I have not lived it in present at that time. So I still lived it behind the camera, and now I'm living it in front of the camera. And same with my friends' videos. So I was always like, when I was at their party, I was not actually enjoying the company of my friends. I would enjoy that as well, but a lot of moments were behind the camera, capturing that moment. So now same with when we would travel, I would just, wow, so beautiful, such a beautiful landscape or painting or whatever we are out and about for, and I would take those, capture that. I would be so interested in capturing it for future that I realize I'm not really enjoying it in the present. When it is there in front of me, why am I not enjoying that? So I have stopped doing that. I still take pictures, but not as nowhere near as much as I used to, because I focus myself to enjoy that moment. If I've gone to watch a sunrise, I will watch sunrise. Maybe I'll take one or two photo, and I'll just put my camera down, and I will actually sit there for 10 minutes just to watch the sun come up and all the beautiful colors that you can see. Similarly, if we are at a party, I'm not really busy capturing it, the moments, the videos. The other day, I got told off by one of my very good friends. She was not here, and we were celebrating birthday of one of her family members. And that person took some videos and photos and sent it to her, and she was very upset that there was I didn't take a video or photo of the person himself. And she was like, "You didn't think about taking a photo?" And I was like, I kind of said, "No, I didn't," which was, I don't know, nice of me or not. But that is something I'm purposely doing to enjoy the moment. That is for me more important, and that is living in present as well. Yes, it doesn't take too long to capture, to just take one or two photos, but it's so happening that I'm happy for someone else to do that. I have done that for years, take photos to capture moments for everyone, but I want to enjoy those moments now, and someone else can take over. My friends, my other member of families, other members of my family, my friends, they can take that now and capture all the videos. It is a little bit hard to let go of that, because then you may never get those pictures from them. They may lose it. They may like digitally lose it. It may get corrupted. But I take that chance now because I want to enjoy the moment. So I'm just enjoying that. Who knows what happens in future? So those are few things that I'm purposely doing to be mindful. Then also comes like when I used to go for my runs, I would focus so much on my timing, my pace, and all that, that I would get a little bit disappointed if my time is not constantly improving. If I'm kind of, one day I'm doing it at my timing is such and such, and second day it is a bit lower. So instead of improving, I'm not. And then I was on this running forum, um, and I was just expressing my disappointment, and someone said, "Are you going to be? Are you planning to be professional athlete?" And I was like, "No, no, no way." So the reason I started running was I was going through rough personal time, and I used to walk, but then I wanted to do a little bit extra. So I started running, and I kind of was reminded that if unless I'm going to be a professional athlete, I don't really have to worry what is my timing. The important thing is to run. So that kind of brought me back to, yes, I have to run. Having said that, I did not really enjoy running. I ran for 2 3 years regularly, but I know some people love running, but I did not really enjoy, and I was doing it just because I knew it was important for me. It was important for my health and mental health both. It was funny one day at work, after work I changed quickly into my running gear, because if I don't do that, if I go home and I relax, and I will not step out of the house. So I would change at work and then drive home, and then straight away go out for a run. So one of my managers, he said, "Oh my God, you run? You how do you run? You must love that. Like rain or sunshine, you run." And I said, "I don't really enjoy running." And they were surprised to hear that. It's like, "How can you then run so regularly?" I said, "Because I know it's good for me, but I don't really enjoy running." Um, Last year beginning, I reevaluated about my running, and I know that it's not good for my knees in long run. And because I was not enjoying it, I started walking and hiking. That is more of me, because I love nature, and I love being outside in fresh air. So now it is like when I'm out hiking and walking, I'm not really worried about my pace. I don't focus on all that. I focus on the surroundings. I barely ever have music on as well, so I don't put my headphones on and walk. I just enjoy the watching the trees, watching flowers, watching the birds, watching people. The seasons change. When the spring comes, then spotting the flowers and smelling, like literally smelling the roses. So stop and smell the roses. So I focus on those things, on the what are the actual benefits I'm getting, not just the keep the weight in control, but also enjoy the beauty around me. Some It doesn't matter how long it takes for me to walk certain distance. I have completely stopped that, and I just stop. And if I feel that it's a beautiful, if the sun is setting while I'm walking, so I'll just stop for a second, breathe in, watch those beautiful colors, and then start walking again. If I see beautiful anything, a nice tree, autumn when the colors change. In autumn, no one would like to walk with me, I think, because I stop so many times just to take in those beautiful colors. And I will click one or two photos as well, to capture those moments and share as well. But mainly, I will step and enjoy that moment. Same thing with food. I try to enjoy the food if it is good. Sometimes I eat food just because, like salads and all, because you need to. But the food that I really like, I stop myself from getting distracted. So I will not sit in front of TV and watch. I don't watch much TV anyway. And I will not, a little bit of chat if someone is there, but I will not be on my phone and eating. So I enjoy that. So mindfulness has benefited me, and it benefits me a lot with stress management, and it is well researched, that it helps with managing stress levels. It also helps in managing a lot of diseases like heart disease, um, diabetes, or whatever. All these are stress related diseases. So whenever whatever helps you in reducing the stress, helps you in managing our overall physical health as well. So it is a huge factor, the stress in our lives, currently in this modern day in life. It has helped me personally to manage stress. And if let me know if you practice mindfulness and if it helps you as well. There are some, I think mindfulness, the origin was in Buddhism. They practice mindfulness as meditation as well. But I think in a lot of religions there is some kind of prayers or techniques to practice mindfulness. One of them is prayers or chanting. It brings us to the present moment, or it takes us, like if we are getting worried about future, it brings us back to a moment which is stress free, which takes that negative out of your mind and brings calmness to you. And that calmness, chanting is proven, the vibration it creates inside us, it's proven to bring calmness, a different kind of very calm energy. I don't know if you have ever practiced it. I do practice it at times. So that is, it affects you a lot. And then if you're not into chanting, focusing on breath, so breath work is known for reducing stress. Again, that's a mindfulness technique as well, where you bring your attention to your breathing. um, I will probably do a video about that as well, how breathing affects our physical and mental well health. It kind of calms us down, which helps in stress reduction, which helps in um, our physical health. So all those stress related diseases, it helps us keep them away from us. Let me know if you have ever done chanting. That is a type of meditation as well as a mindfulness technique. I practice that. I practice prayers sometimes too. Again, it brings your mind into your present. So those are the some of the ways um, I include mindfulness in my everyday life. Sometimes you have to um, you have to force yourself to bring yourself to present, and as you practice more and more, it becomes a habit. I have not reached there, but that is my goal, to be present all the time. I will do some videos. I feel when I talk about it, I feel that there are so many, all these things are so connected. Like this is connected to, like acceptance is connected to resilience. It is connected to meditation is connected to that, to stress. How to reduce your stress levels. Resilience helps you in reducing your stress levels, or rather I should say managing it. I feel that all these are so connected, and they are all affect our mental well-being as well as physical, because mental state is connected to physical state and vice versa. So all these are so interconnected. I will, I think, do another video on how I practice meditation when I do that. that is again very good for our mental health. So there are not just one thing that I do. There are just different things at different times of the day. It is a product of all of it together, that what works at one time and what doesn't work at one time, which I feel is really beneficial. So other than doing physical exercise, this is kind of another way to reduce your stress by practicing mindfulness. So that's it for this video, and I will please do check out my previous video about resilience and how to build that, and there is a bit of acceptance on that. I'm going to do another video about mindfulness, so I'll talk a little bit more about acceptance on it. So until then, it's a bye from me, and I'll talk to you soon.